We're almost halfway through summer, and I want to show you how it's been for the goats. From that you can tell the goats are doing really well in the field behind me, and a couple of things are changing as we move into later July and early August, but whether that be projects or just changes to the field or the goats themselves. I think one of the more noticeable things is the quality of the grass. It's slowly starting to dry up and go a bit more yellow. I think this angle puts into perspective a lot more how the grass is actually changing a lot. So I'm thinking in the next sort of month or so, most of this grass is just going to dry out, so we're going to have to move back onto the hay and the feed probably. I'm hoping this will last longer than a month. So I'm thinking for the next few weeks we let the goats graze out here maybe once or twice a week, and that'll give them access to a load of different kind of shrubs and plants that they don't have in their field. However, this is going to be turned into hay soon, so I don't know how long we can graze the goats out here for, but we should be able to do it a couple of times at least. Now I definitely should have worn some trousers for that because my legs got absolutely destroyed by the nettles, but that is a very important job checked off the list and done, and we're doing that like every week pretty much. Now to be completely honest, these probably aren't the best things to cut the hedge down with, but it's what I've got and they do the job, it just takes a bit of time. Now trimming paths isn't exactly the most exciting thing to do, however it is just one of those things that needs to get done because it's quite important, as it's how I get to the goats. To be completely honest with you, I could just let the goats out there as they absolutely love all the leaves and the bushes out there, but I can't really like focus graze them on specific areas, so it's a bit more difficult. Another problem with letting them out there is they can't just walk off and head off to those trees and kind of just disappear. Now when I put the extra straw in the goat shed, you probably saw me use this spray bottle, and you may be wondering why, because it's a bit of a random thing to have with goats, but basically it's just got water in, just normal fresh water, normally from their buckets or something, and it's a good way of controlling goats when they don't really do what you need them to do. It acts more as like a deterrent to bad behaviour, right? So if they're chewing your shorts, give them a quick spray on the nose, does the job. But also for things like when Oscar's headbutting the gate, I always use this because he normally just gets up and walks off, which is good really because I don't need the gate being destroyed every single day. Moving hay and straw like I was then, Henry gets very excited, he leaps up, gets a bit crazy, so just holding this now, he doesn't do it, he just follows me along like a good goat, so it's been really beneficial for me. So before we go on, I thought it's probably a good idea to introduce the goats. So at the moment I've got 4 pygmy goats. So that is Henry, Oscar, Phoebe and Maya. Now Henry and Oscar are both 2.5 years old, and then Phoebe and Maya are both 1.5 years or just under that. Now I know I said this at the start, but I'm actually really happy with how the goats are doing. They've really calmed down, they're doing really well. As you can see, they just stood there eating some grass and whatever they come across, and I'm very grateful that my goats are actually that good. I think I'm quite lucky with it because some goats can just be a pain. Now I'm not trying to say it's down to luck if your goat is good or not. I've worked really hard with Oscar and the girls especially to kind of get them to where they are today, where they're nice and friendly enough so I can stroke them, I can do everything I need with them. But you know, I just wanted to say they're doing so well at the moment, and I don't know kind of what happened. They were just, Oscar especially was just a pain, and then like literally like that he just changed, and I'm very grateful for the position I'm in now where they're calm and they're not actually causing any problems. I mean, they do a couple of things. Oscar breaks the gate often and Phoebe can be a bit painful when we need to do her hooves, but generally it's going well. I probably haven't explained that very well, but hopefully I get like my point across where generally they're doing okay and I'm happy with how they're doing. Now I want to go over why I'm not feeding my goats any food, as this is like a pretty controversial thing to do and seems very kind of wrong, right? Not to feed your animals. Now I did this last year for my 2 weather goats, Oscar and Henry, and it did wonders for them last year, so I was like, I'm going to do it again this year, and it's been amazing. So in the spring, Henry and Oscar were getting quite big on the grain, so that is one of the benefits I've seen from doing this, and that is the goats are a lot thinner, especially Henry. Now the best thing I've noticed is though, Henry and Oscar are far more happier. They're so much more playful, they're jumping around more, headbutting more, and they seem happier as well. They carry themselves like they're doing really well, and I have really enjoyed seeing them like this. Now with Phoebe and Maya, I haven't really noticed anything crazy different like I did with Henry and Oscar. I have however noticed they're a lot calmer and seem to be more relaxed. I am tempted however to start giving the girls a bit more grain because Maya's still a bit small and I think she's got a little bit more growing to do. So to kind of conclude what I was saying, it's worked really well for Henry and Oscar, it's been amazing. Phoebe and Maya, I haven't noticed anything crazy different like how with Henry and Oscar, but
hasn't been bad. They do really well, they're a lot calmer, they're a lot happier, and I'm really happy with how they're doing.
So I hope that kind of explains why I wasn't feeding them anything, because I know it's a bit of an interesting topic, because some people say they need grain, some people say they don't, and I just want to see how my goats did without. And for me, it's worked really well. I think the girls probably should have had a bit more grain, or at least have some there that they can get to that the boys can't. But I might start introducing that in the next few weeks, so I think that'll be really beneficial for them. Just quickly though, tomorrow I'm going to be working on this shed and getting the window fixed, taking off the cover, getting that all sorted. And I'll also explain why these pallets are here, and we'll go about sorting out the straw in their sheds as well. But let me know what you do with your goats, if you have goats, about the feeding in the summer, because I'm quite interested to hear what other people do. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, because it's been a bit different and I'm trying something new, and it's been a while since we've done one of these. So hope you have enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.